Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Prepper for the Ages. My name is Jill. Welcome to my channel. We talk about prepping and especially like more homesteading things that fit elderly and differently able people's lifestyles. So hi, how's it going today? Today I want to talk about the one thing that I have a gap in for prepping, and it is storage, and it's food storage, and it's not like shelf food storage or canned food storage or anything that's shelf stable food storage. It's stuff that is, it can be, it's gardening stuff. So I found I can fix the soil, amend the soil so I can grow things. I can grow things. I can grow stuff into plants. I can have the plants flower out and grow vegetables. I can go grow the vegetables. I can harvest the vegetables. And then I end up having too many vegetables. And while I'm trying to process them, my process is currently especially last fall. My process is currently like if I had a whole bunch of winter squash, take the winter squash, microwave the winter squash, microwave it till it's soft, then it's still hot. Try to let it cool, and then scrape the meat of the squash, winter squash, off the skin, and take the skin and put it out to the chickens, and then put the meat, let it cool enough so I can put it in plastic Ziploc baggies, and then put them in the freezer. And I could only do like one bowl a night because that was it. It was just, I can't keep processing that. I can't keep doing that. So the problem with that is great. Yeah. The problem with that is I can grow so many things that so many vegetables, I can't process them in time for them to start going bad. Like even if I kind of keep them in the fridge and try to do stuff and on the counter and trying to process them around, it's not enough. I don't have enough time before they start going off or going bad or having spots. So what I did was I went and researched what other people did. And what other people have is storage downstairs. They have root cellars. They have cold basements. They have cold storage in their basements for that. And it's something that I need to gear up on. And so that's my focus right now. I have shelf-stable food. I have plenty of water. The reservoir is just up the hill. There's a stream out back. There's things going on. I have chickens. I can grow stuff. But my one thing is I can't process the things that I grow. The dog is at it again. Bob, he's at it again. So I can't process the things that I grow in time because I have so much that I grow. It's the same thing with the apple tree. The apple tree was great. The apple tree was fine. I spent so much time trying to process applesauce and apple butter and just process it and store it away that there were a lot of apples that just fell off the tree and went bad before I had a chance to pick them and process them and keep them. And even just picking whole, bushels full, and trying to stuff them in the refrigerator. It wasn't enough time. So yeah, so I'm at the point in my prepping, in my survivalist journey, that I could, like I know I have enough vegetables and applesauce and everything to last me until January, February, but I didn't have enough time to keep on processing them, and I was doing them in little batches, so might need to get a processing area in my kitchen. Maybe that's something else I need to do. But also, I need cold storage downstairs where it's cool and dry, and so that I can go and store my stuff. So I've ordered a couple more of those uh, cold storage, just cabinets so that I can put my stuff downstairs and not have to worry about them while I'm doing the process of processing them. Even if I did a canning, you can only can so many jars. You boil the water, can, boil the water, can, and that takes a long time, but that's only one session, and you have to can like, start in the morning, like in the late summer. Um, I could barely remember my grandmother just processing and canning and processing and canning, and she would make things that would she would just use the can, or she would have it's called piccalilli. It's kind of like not a jam. It's piccalilli. It's stuff you put on top of the turkey. That is, what do you call it? Not mayonnaise, not not mayonnaise, not mustard, relish. It's kind of like a homemade relish that's really, really sweet and wonderful, made with onions that she grew from the garden, tomatoes that she grew from the garden, and all of those wonderful spices that she put in, and oregano and basil and just all of the stuff. And she somehow did it. I have a recipe. I'll have to share it with you sometimes. And she made it together, but she had enough of those jars to last all winter, having them on the nice meats. So you can put on the meats. It's nice and sweet, and it was delicious. But I just remember her canning and canning and canning and just doing that. And she had the time to do it because she was retired. But I'm not retired yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Am I setting off the dog? No. Okay, knock on wood. But yeah, it's stuff that I need to do. I need to find storage. And what I found is on the internet, people can have their bounty last all winter and through the spring, and they can eat it up until the next harvest. And the reason why they do that is they go downstairs, they set all the vegetables out for the vegetable skins to cure, like potatoes. Uh, Especially with potatoes, I couldn't eat enough potatoes and process enough potatoes, and the end of the potatoes went bad. Well, if I had to scale up on potatoes, they'd all go bad before I could use them. So I saw that, they'd harvest their potatoes, they would put them downstairs on tables that so their skins could cure, and then they could store them. They wouldn't wash off the dirt. They would just put and store them, and then store them until they needed them. Some people have cans. They take trash cans and they bury the trash cans up to the lids, and so the trash cans all buried. They put their vegetables in with little teeny holes in the trash can, little teeny holes so that they can breathe and everything like that. And they put the trash can lid, which is the trash can's flush to, the top is flush to the ground. They put the lid on, and then they bury it with hay and stuff like that. And they do that. I can't do that. I have ledge. I am on ledge. If I dig a foot and a half down, I am on ledge. So yeah, I can't do that. So I have to come up with alternate ways. Some people use freezers outside, and they just put their stuff in and they put hay on top of it and they store it. But the thing is, you have to have it down to above freezing, and where I am, it gets below freezing and freezes a lot. So I might lose things by they would all freeze, and that would be it. So I need a cool, dry place downstairs, about 50 degrees. I need stuff to, I need to do a process, and I need to do a plan for that. And I need them up off the floor in case we get a flood again. I think the big thing is like a 1 in every 10 years at this point. I have to fix the head of the driveway so that the water doesn't flow down the street and go over I have a little lump, hump to get in, but it's not, uh, it's not tall enough to keep the water in the street. So that's another project I need to do. But yeah, I need to make sure that my vegetables are safe and secure, and they are not subject to any critters that get in there, and appropriate climate. So that's what I'm doing right now, and that's what my big goal is. My next large goal is to make sure they are cool, dry, dark place, safe from critters, and go from there. So I have to MacGyver something, because I have a setup, but my setup is not, it's not that way now. So I can store stuff downstairs, uh, but yeah, there's just a little bit of too much exposure to critters, and the temperature may or may not be right, and there's not a kind of a walled off place that I can regulate the heat or the cool or whatever. So that's my next project. So stay tuned. So that's my next thing, is how to see if I can store things all winter long. Create a cool, dry, dark place for my vegetables. So anyways, yes, we are going out in a moment. We were just out for a walk. That's just a little foreshadowing for you. We're going to go out in a little bit. Okay. All right. Hey, thank you for being my therapist. You guys are wonderful. Um, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any advice, let me know in the comments, or contact me directly. Uh, any and all suggestions welcome. Every day is an adventure. So, okay. Alrighty then. All right. I hope you find your day well. All right. Take care. Bye.